This day 845, the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. A week of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi has been sponsored by a donor for Hatzlacha in Shidduchim. And he should be Zoichet to great Hatzlacha, Hashtabagola Bizman Kariv, and the new year of Tashim Begimel should bring him a Zibuk Hagun and a Shidduch Lutiferes. Today we are doing Siman Tavkuf Mem, Sif Beis, to Tavkuf Mem Aleph Sif Beis. Base. Being the press moed so if on Chol Moed there a breach occurred in the fence of your garden or kosachatzer or the wall of your yard, shebeino lebein chaber between you and your friend, he tirlo leave no kamas idiot. That you build it up in like a common person, not a craftsman. Look, myself, unlike my craftsman. I said, idiot ain't no binyan. Maaseh idiot is not defined. A commoner's activity is not defined as construction. You put stones one on top of each other in the breach. You don't put between them mortar or pitch or eitzim or wood. The wood actually I think fills in the gaps between the stones. In such a manner, go there also kind of beguma, or you make a you fill the breach with sticks and with reeds, etc. You can also make a parapet for your roof or for your porch. Masad yot again as a commoner would. I've learned myself not as craftsman would. Shulchan says that it seems to him the benifratz gagada gniyosa because she tiru masad yot, that which they allowed you to repair breach in the fence of your garden or the wall of your chutzner. That and even as a masa hediot, zev benifratz beyontif or b'kodim yontif lo yachol takna kodim yontif. That's when the breach occurred on yontif or before yontif when there was not enough time left to fix it before yontif. The biyachol takna, if you could have fixed it before yontif, they didn't not even allow a masa hediot. Mishnah. So you see the indication of the Mishnah. It says the makin has appeared to have been moed. You can cover over the breach on Chol Moed. Klamar is nifrit to have been moed. As I was showing, it's not. You can cover up the breach on Chol Moed. You can cover the breach which was made on Chol Moed on Chol Moed. Avamakas tama tanan osim makev afil yachol osos mikodem. Makas is different. The parapet on my roof. You could have made 4 yontim. You should the dover mitzvah because it's a mitzvah. As long as you have a mak, you violate. Don't put blood on at your house. And there's obviously some danger involved. She said it suffices to do it with a ma'aseh hediot, and therefore that should suffice. He says in brackets, "Kenir lanius daiti." Bi'alacha can write the name of the ritva that's about a roof. People don't normally walk there, which is not required to have a makkah, and we'll make it because of shmira, extra safeguard. But a roof where people are accustomed to walk, you can make even a craftsman style makkah. That's the ritva. But Mother Boskim did not make this distinction. It seems that they only allowed makeshift makkahs, not permanent makkahs, as a craftsman to make them. It was actually Tilba got there. Rakma said, "You know that we're showing allowed by a fence, a commoner's fix. Zel begether gina. We should call it an amateur. It's a better word, I think. Amateur professional, as opposed to a commoner and a craftsman. Amateur and professional. Let's use that. I'll watch. It won't come up again. Zel begether gina. Okosu chotzer shebeino lechaber. This is when you're talking about the fence of a garden or the wall of a yard. Between you and your friend. Shane Zeka appeared to go to Kokach. There's not severe damage with the breach. Like a sham leganve. It's unlikely that thieves are going to come through your neighbor's backyard into your backyard. Oh, sorry. I would call clutter some occlusions around, but if the wall fell down with you on the public thoroughfare, there has a godam ma'od, where the damage is liable to be very great. She comes to him, thieves will come in. Let's speak, let's say, and an amateur job will not do the trick. But of course, you build the wall in a normal fashion. There's no great potential loss in this. Mr. says that this is true also if in the wall of the yard between him and his friend, if it fell, if there are people in one of the yards who are suspects to steal, or if non-Jews live there. Obviously not trustworthy ones. Um, uh, uh, Vafilim Nomar the Binyan Bias Gam Chaygam Nosim Torah Harav, which Kasavnu, even say that building a house in this manner is also because it's a very great toil. Konka Binyan Kosa Enokim by Bias. The wall's not like building a house, not the same efforts going. Because of nothing above, you have a wall which is on the verge of falling. There's no issue of danger going to be close to Tom Club, such as you can support it at Acharamoy until after Yontif. Also, so you're not allowed to destroy it. The Kosh Kalim knows so not to reconstruct it. If there's a potential danger, so you must knock it down. And then you can build it up in its normal way, Masa Uman, as a professional would do. Even if only is inclining, swaying over a yard or a mabui or an alley, mutter is permissible to take it down. The util someone to nate chilasan. Allowed to put it up, take it down, and put it back up. They allow you to put it back up to the end activity in order that you should not refrain from doing the beginning activity of taking it down. If you don't allow him to build it back in normal fashion, Mim Navlo Sassi is going to refrain and not break it down. Fossi de Sakana. It's going to bring you to the Sakana. And Bishad Vayim so do other things, Sakana, where you should be concerned with Sakana, with danger. But you never say Sakana. You can build and destroy in a normal fashion. Nearly the Kaisel Gina and a Mokum Sakana. The wall of a garden is not a place of danger. Shana Mokum Ilukhabim, because you don't have many people walking there. Interesting, the owner of the garden can just curtail going there until after the Yontif, when he can put up a permanent fence, a professional fence. You can take a mound of dirt on a roof. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing there, but evidently it's not supposed to be there. Avagav the Melacha Gemara, even though it's complete Melacha, came with change the Torah, since there's no effort involved. Risha Surah, only plowing is also in doing work in the ground. But the Skakim Shabagag, if you have cracks in a roof, Muta Sasam of Yad of Arego, you're allowed to close them up using your hands and feet as tools. Avalobically, unless you can't use a professional tool. The Melacha says that this is only if the rain is not yet dripping in the house. When it's dripping in the house, just do it any way you can. Even professionally. Those who allow you to put up a ladder and to plaster your roof with pitch for the purpose of yontiv she'enzim lechas oman. That's not a craftsman's work. A masa head is not a professional work. A masa head, it's amateur work. There's evidence this is Bamitzia Kuf Aleph, and Taz brings that evidence. But Tuvashon Lois Kuzeh, Tuvashon does not mention this at all. So he says it's also because it has to plaster the roof, because there's a tremendous effort and toil involved. Shmuel says it's actually Mako, like the Taz. Not the Shmuel's Mako. And that this is only when you do a Maisa to smooth the roof, that requires meticulous activity. And he says in our countries people don't do that, but in any, he says to fix cracks in the roof is a professional job, and that would be also to do. Faraya says Arukh that Tirchuk Gedol is awesome. Not like it says. Shavin as talking, which is part that you can smooth out the cracks. Va'apirov shavin asam betit. Normally you smooth them out with pitch. We see at the end of the Mishnah ends that you roll it out with a roller. Zaltit kayut no. Then this is obviously talking about pitch, as is well known. But Kamosha Breish Perek Beis the Makos Hoya Ma'agam Magila. You're using this roller to smooth out the something. Appears Rashi places it says she talking Gagam Betit. They used to put plaster down their roofs. Valichos Magila Shvoisa, and they used to use this round thing, which in order to make the concrete even. Einsham. V'lo Rak Shvia Sedokim Lotichos Kogan. You're allowed to close up a crack in one or two, I guess, an isolated location or so, but not the tircha of the entire roof. That's no good. Hey, Ochin Shah Mishnah, let's learn in the Mishnah, Hatzir, a hinge. Regular delis, which in this case is the foot of the door. About Sinor and the pipe, that's the hole in the threshold in which the hinge or the lock goes. Vakura Masha Pesach, and the lintel on top of the doorway, Shetachs in which the door revolves. And a lock and a key, Nishbur, which were broken. You can fix the Chomoid. Ubachli Skamazos Machta Mamoid. So he didn't put him literally plant to a Chomoid. Came on Shem Shel Eitz, Bain Shem Shel Eitz, whether they're made out of wood, Bain Shem Shel Bazar made out of metal. I feel this room made they broken. If you want to be Yochel attack them below Shinoi, you can fix them without doing a Shinoi. They should have say Godalu, because it's a great loss. If you leave the door open, you leave the opening open and the doors are broken. It's going to lose everything in this house. That's allowed you to fix it, even they were broken before you wanted, and it was time to fix it before you wanted. So he's going to deliberately leave over your work for Chol Hamoed. So, for example, where you couldn't fix them, and then fix them before Chol Hamoed. Now you deliberately left it for Chol Hamoed. If you left it there deliberately, then you should take it out of Chol Hamoed. Also the Gamri. Oh yeah. You can also fix the lintel with the nails circling the gun, who's kind when you're concerned about thieves. And Labas, otherwise not, you know how to fix it. The Ken case and so to anything similar. Vav, and we'll tell you no smasa head yot a vush to chabo ba'emo. You can build an amateur way, a trough for your animal to eat. All the Russian ochel nevesh, so it was not for the purpose of human consumption. Probably using tzarich moed, even though it's for the purpose of yontiv, also masa uman, now I'll do professionally. Agudavar aved, unless something which is going to cause you a loss. Chen mutar livnos maaseh head yot bets eats taba. He also made an amateur way a shelf, kind of like a bed frame, to sit or sleep on it. A plank to which you just put legs, like our benches. Having nice head yot, it's an amateur, even amateur, but you can do it. What's that? It's permitted. The Shabbat says even a shelf of stones is okay. According to the Rosh, and Rabbeinu Peretz argues on this. Mishnah writes that it's possible that to smooth the wooden bench is a nice one. You can clean out the millstones. And you can open up an opening in the middle of the mill. I guess that's where you pour in the grain. And you can set them up. You build the water canal by which powers the mill. And you can cut the nails of the donkey, which makes the mill go round. If it's not water power, if it's donkey power. So the Bir Allah writes that post like the rabbi that you can't open that hole in the middle of Millite, a stone, gets considered to be my uman according to them. So, okay, I'm not sure what the Kaddish is, but he says this Chamosh Rechaim is called Chamosh Rechaim. Klamash Keni Kol Chamor Shal Gal Rechaim. That's a donkey. It's called the donkey of which makes the mill go round and round. They should call it that varm. All these things. Avin Tikkun Kodem Moed. Even though you might have done it before Yom Tov, miscalculate. They get ruined. The Tziyum Tikkun B'Chodesh, and they always have to be fixed up over and over again. Came with the Chadet Tzakim Moed. You can also sharpen a knife and Chol Moed. Change the Lo Malach Lo Tircha. It's not a malacha, and it's not too much of a toil either. Shmuel writes, since it's for the purpose of ochel nevish, it's mutter even professional. You don't have to make a shina, you know how to do it. If you have a knife which broke on the yontif, you need another knife. Mutter. You can make a new knife from chomoid. But I think it's by Mikodem. He was spoken before yontif. Im loki im lachtam amoyed. If you didn't have my deliberately do it on chomoid, it's mutter. Sharatzion brings down somebody about the Shulchan Aruch Shitim who's machmir if you could have fixed a knife on Erev Yontif, like Lataz and whoever Lataz is. Also, is only matter amateur fixing, not professional fixing. It's much more common. Even you can borrow a knife from somebody. Mutar little so you can make your own. Low nichol lebeshalchem. You don't want to use somebody else's knife necessarily. Yeshol sakin acher. If you have your own additional knife, also so sakin mechadish b'moed. You can't make a new knife to replace the broken one because you have a spare. Zayin tanur v'kirayim ovens. She'ef yisyabshu v'yofer ben b'moed. Oh, you're making them now. The first time out of pottery. If they can be hardened and killed, but during yontif, you can make them. Even professionally. But if you could have made it before you had and you have left them a then it's also. Yeah, if it's not going to be dry and ready to use the new pottery oven, if it's not going to be ready, so you can't make it. Also, latriach al achramoy. Now we have to do efforts for after yontif. Ruadin da'asiyas kederos. Also to make pots, valves, and pans. Mutas missile kashem ruin lamoy when they're suitable to use on cholamoy. Yontif. Realize my car for the cold time here. Mutar lasos tanur beis achor. If you can make a radiator of some sort, a winter heater. L'scham about and heat yourself by. Shiyochel l'scham moed. And you can make this heater as long as there's enough time to use it during Chol HaMoed. The Aruch HaShulchan says that to make this this stove for heating is permissible according to everybody, even if it's a professional activity, because it's necessary for your body. Mr. Burr's not so sure about this. The Shulchan Aruch HaShulchan. The Mr. Burr says, if a window was broken, so in your house, in a manner that if you don't fix it, you're going to be sitting in cold, you'll have to fix it. Rambam Pereches, Shulchan Zayin, the Benkach Bonim al Cheres Shel Tanur V'Akira Tfeilo Shalem. You can build on the pottery of an oven and the kira. Shel Tanur Kira Atfela Shalahem. Whatever substance used to make the smaller oven. Akal Shalom. End quote. Tefela Mikre Amashi he's Tanura Kira Omedes. Tefela is what it's standing on. Kambur Perikain Kalim. Shonamash seems that the Kamanasam al Tefela Shasav Tanur. Say about the pitch around the not that the oven necessarily in it, but the pitch around the oven. No, it isn't. It is. Never mind. I don't say. I know what it said here. It says tefillah mikra amasha tenor kiro omedes. And the tefillah is the support on which the actual tool is standing. Gevur perikei the chelim. We're showing them mashka lesson al tefillah shesab tanur. So I tell you about pitch around the oven, vakira, the type of oven. V'aticha betit, which is the same thing as closing with pitch. In order to preserve its heat. Now, that's also called tefillah. Moshe appears Rashi b'Shabbos. Kam kelim sham yesh kelim also sells kelim, something like that. Avotem is astonishing. The mashma the zem mutar sounds like it's mutar. Feeling lo yafeh b'moed. Even not going to bake anything on chol moed. Do it because it's cold. How could you make allowance to make such efforts for after yontif? Yearly doggy perushot seems me that this must be the pshat. Bank or bank shechol supposed as a fail. Whether you could bake without the additional construction. Or you can't do without the original construction. You can make the lining. I feel yochel levels was even could bake without that. If this additional stuff will be pitch will be better for baking. Um, So whether it's better or not, you can make it fail. If you levels blows, even can make without that. With that additional layer, it's still going to be better. Lafia for baking. Our tanner oven moed shenemukels cloud. But an oven used to bake on chomoid, it's when it's not ruined at all. Then it's less useful. Lava razor kites, like in the previous case. The Mishnah says that if it's possible that it's going to dry, or even if it's not possible it's going to dry, you still make the tefillah because you can bake them with difficulty, even though it's not dry. Tav kuf memav dini ariga b'chol moed, weaving a chol moed. Mutar is permissible. Asos mitzvah as dogging to make a fish for net for fishing. May arava from a willow, shumaseh which is just a commonplace thing. That's the for chomoid. That's when it's woven, like like a sweater, but not when it's woven from like something which requires a professional, I guess, like a shirt. Even though it's much to do things which are preparatory to food preparation, like fixing the oven. Catching in a net is not called machshirin. So Lord Majengo. Zel Perish Harash, Muka Yosef, Varashi Zal Pirish, Rashi is even interpretation. The show Doggy Lama Mikhe Masa Uman. The fish is not called the professional or mutter. It's made of a show Opus Mikhe Masa Uman. To catch birds is considered to be a special talent. Boston Subin Iron Chum. The Ramalama Tussi Din Zev, it's right here. And actually got for because it's not on Rambam. Base is target to me this Kolomoid. You can weave, I guess, the beds. They were made of leather straps which crisscrossed. On Chaboy, you can put together. Has the Sima Chaboy, Mishkav make ropes to lie down them on Yontif. Which says only if you did not leave on the Melacha for Yontif liberally. Some poskim are machmir not to put the stuff in the coffin. I mean, not a coffin, together with your burial. Anyway, it's a problem. Why it's not become us because of some sort of some sort of zera. Anyway, Avol Ein Goldim Chavalim. You can't weave a rope to begin with. That should be we put that through the openings. So Torah, that's much effort. Yochel Asos Mechavalim Muchanim Make it from ropes you have prepared for yourself. You can crush linen clothing with your hands. Achar kibus after the launder, labon to make them whiter. Urakan soften them. It's the purpose of yontif. I mean, sim kishrei bata yadayim. It sounds like something to do with gloves. Find a lakmatan shakorin krenzelen. Whatever that is. Neshieshbo to your Torah because it takes a lot of effort. Yeshua says it's only when the creases are so skimpy. The other way around. The only way where the creases are so strong that they don't expand when you put on the garment. Can't put a band around wood, which is made for that purpose. It's a professional job, because it's a lot of work. We can go out the toil. You can smooth it out with the glass in normal fashion. It's for the purpose of chomeid and it's not a craftsman's job. Not pressure. Press. When we use the press, it would be mutter to the press in small quantities, even on chomeid.